What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new one coming right at you, but real quick, you know what time it is. Time for a word from our sponsors, those fine folks that bring me and this podcast to you week after week after week. First and foremost, the video versions of It Now We Drink are available on Vimeo at www.anwd.net/videos. Check them out in full HD. There's nudity, there's profanity, there's a whole lot of silliness. The things you've come to know and love about It Now We Drink. So once again, that is www.anwd.net/videos. There are 2 free episodes. The rest of them are 99 cents a piece or $6 a month for stream everything. I hope that you check them out. I hope that you enjoy them. If you're in the Los Angeles area and you want to see us do a live And Now We Drink person and some sexy oil wrestling, come out to Blue Zebra in North Hollywood on December 14th for Glam Slam. Me, a panel of my friends, I'll be doing a live And Now We Drink while we have sexy full nude oil wrestling happening in the club. Check it out. Say my name at the door for free cover. All right, on to the paying sponsors. We are brought to you this week by our friends at Gamefly. Gamefly.com has over 8,000 new releases and classics available to rent for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, PS Vita, Wii U, 3DS, and a bunch of old school systems. As a Gamefly member, you can rent as many console and handheld games as you want and get them delivered right to your mailbox for a low monthly fee. If you like a game so much that you don't want to send it back, you can keep it at a low use price. There's never any due dates or late fees. That's right, Drinking Buddies. Rent games, check them out, play them to your heart's content, and then send them back. Or don't. If you love it, keep it. It's great. So if you want to check that out today, sign up for a premium 30-day trial for free. 1 game out, shipped directly to you with a pre-addressed envelope for easy returns. No contracts, cancel anytime at www.gameflyoffer.com/ANWD. Once again, that is www.gameflyoffer.com/ANWD. We are also brought to you this week by our friends at Vinyl Me Please. Vinyl Me Please is the Record of the Month Club, the best damn Record of the Month Club. In fact, every month, Vinyl Me Please features one album that is essential to the modern vinyl collection. Each record is pressed exclusively for Vinyl Me Please and has features you can't get anywhere else. Things like bonus tracks, inserts, colored variants, and comes packaged with a 12x12 album-inspired art print and custom cocktail pairing recipe. Rad vinyl, cocktails, some fancy art for your wall. What else could you want? And Vinyl Me Please isn't like Record of the Month clubs of old. It's month to month, no strings attached, cancel anytime, and they won't be tracking you down for 60 years like those other record clubs. And I don't miss those days at all. So sign up today at www.joinvmp.com/ANWD and start getting rad vinyl. Once again, that's www.joinvmp.com/ANWD. I think that does it for the ads, guys. On with the show. This week's guest is adult performer Rocky Emerson. Rocky is a goddamn delight. Holy shit, this episode was silly. Oh, we got so silly. Post-apocalypse, bondage, so much fucking fun. Rocky will be on again sometime in the near future, mostly because I'm supposed to, you'll find out what I'm supposed to do to her as you listen to the episode. So in the meantime, sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, Drinking Buddies. And a 3, a 2, and a... Rocky, what's going the fuck on?
Hi.
Oh my God. So you have somehow transformed me into a basic bitch tonight. For the audio audience, we're drinking White Claw. The claw is the law, y'all.
Okay, I have really fancy nails. I need help.
Oh my God. Is that the bane of White Claw for all women?
Yes.
They
For
can't...
the women that drink White Claw, this is our ongoing problem. We all have nails.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you.
Thankfully, I don't. So
Yeah.
I can open this bitch. Let's see how hard it is for us to cheers in real life. Cheers.
Did it.
So before we got on camera, we take those fucking stills, and it was multiple attempts to try to line up camera shot, cans, and us.
Yeah, and I kept laughing every time it was about.
I'm not sure how I
You gotta
feel.
try mine. Mine's a better flavor.
That is a much better flavor.
Yeah. I saw you grab that one and I was like, do I tell him or do I just let him drink those ones so that I can have the flavor?
I see what choice you made. You're like, that's right.
There was a bus and I threw you right under it.
Have that natural lime, Matt. It's great. You made the best choice for your first White Claw.
Sorry.
It was like, you saw me picking up your crazy friend at the bar and you're like, oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, take her home.
Take her
We're
home.
gonna have so much fun.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
You're never going to be rid of her. You're going to remember that taste forever.
Oh God.
Thanks, Rocky. I thought we were cool.
I'll try to win you over in the next 2 hours.
Best of luck to you. You're off to a great start. Great fucking start.
Go on trade.
No. I live with my bad decisions. I'm an adult.
I respect that.
I may take you up on it for can too, but
Okay, I'll trade you for can too.
or I could just go up to the fridge and like grab one. I did buy two 12 packs.
Oh my God.
I figured, there's going to be other people on the show that want to drink them eventually. They don't go
Yeah.
bad, right?
I don't. Probably not for a while.
Well, the next question is, would anyone know if they did go bad?
No. I don't think so. I don't even see. Yeah, I don't know. It's just gibberish.
This highly processed liquid is good forever.
Yeah, it's like Twinkies.
Nuclear apocalypse, Twinkies, and White Claw.
I would be so happy. Can we blow the world up?
I mean, I don't think we have to. I think someone else is going to beat us to that
Yeah.
punch.
But if we do it, maybe we'll live. Right?
You have a much better plan than I do. I'm just going to kiss my ass goodbye. I mean, do you really, in all reality, if a nuclear apocalypse happened, do you really want to be a survivor?
Yeah.
You want to live in that Mad Max?
I look really good in Mad Max outfits. Like I'm just waiting to wear a football pad with some like spikes and some feathers on it.
Why aren't you rocking that shit tonight? What the fuck?
Oh, I should.
There's video.
I know. I'm in my denim jacket that I wear every day. Yeah, every day.
I don't know if that'll work with like the spiky.
I'll just put it over the denim jacket.
All right.
Like Canadian tuxedo and Mad Max gear. I think.
All right.
I think I could do it.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a lot of effort to like forage for food and fight other people off. Maybe death would just be a better way to go about it.
I mean, it's always an option, so I'll try first.
True.
As long as I don't get like slowly eaten. I just watched a really lame zombie show. I don't even remember. Oh, it's called Daybreak. Daybreakers? Daybreak. Something. I don't know. It was terrible, but it was one of those things where I was like, I'm like this with books too. Even if it's bad, at a certain point, I still care about the story enough to like finish it, even though I know it's terrible.
Whoa. There's a couple things to unpack there.
I read books.
Well, you're just dispelling the whole image right there. You read books? I don't even read.
But yeah, I had to finish it. I forgot where I was going with this.
Sorry.
But there was all the adults got turned into like cannibal zombies. But a couple of them, like one of them was like crazy but intelligent, and one of them was just still normal. The rest of them were like zombies. I'm going to be burping in your microphone all night from this White Claw.
Want to be the first person to spill fluids on that mic.
But one of the like adults didn't turn into a zombie. He just turned into a cannibal, and he like locks a boy in his closet and he's slowly eating him. And he's convinced them all that he's changed for the better and they should trust him. And he's drinking berry smoothies, but the kid's name is Barry. It's like that's how terrible this show was.
Who wrote this garbage?
It's a Netflix show.
Of course it is. Netflix is like, you have an idea? Here's some money.
Yeah. But they like open the door and he's just like on an IV drip to stay alive, and his arm is half missing and bandaged shut, and then like his leg is missing and bandaged. And so he's just like hopping on one leg and has one arm. And they're like, you've been drinking berry smoothies. We thought you were eating fruit. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
God. Then that's like the only apocalypse version I don't want. Like I'll be dead or I'll like be a crazy person in football gear, but I don't want to get slowly eaten by a weird cannibal principal.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
That and I just don't want to slowly die of radiation poisoning.
Oh, yeah.
Clumps of hair falling out, my dick not working. It's like getting old, but
terrible.
much faster.
That also sucks.
It's like, oh, tooth just out of my head.
Oh, that's true. I probably couldn't have sex with anybody.
Why? I'm sure.
Like if they also have radiation and then the friction, I don't know.
I don't know. The internet will tell us.
Can I have sex with someone with radiation poisoning? You're not supposed to touch people with radiation poisoning.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I watched the Chernobyl Mock-U series thing, and like the lady was dying of radiation and her husband couldn't talk to her and he got in trouble for visiting her.
Was that the HBO one or like a real one?
The HBO one.
Well,
it's so good.
It's good. No, don't get me wrong. It's really fucking good. But you can't trust Hollywood writers. They don't know shit.
Yeah. Movies aren't real.
This is the same people that like hacking's done with a GUI.
What?
A graphical user interface, like point and click hacking, like hackers. And, instead of people typing code, they're clicking on things on the screen. These are the same kind of people that bring us that shit. You can't trust them.
Oh, okay. There was a hacker in one of my high school classes, and he would hack the school system constantly and put like weird shit on my teacher's computer. We had the best. It was like a breakfast club English class my freshman year, and it was me. I think the Brit was in our class. No, maybe not. This punk kid. I was like a really weird like gutter punk, but not actually punk. Like I was just garbage. Like there's a reason my name is still Trash Baby. I was garbage and like just like dirty and like would literally have competitions of who could go the longest without showering. I shower every day now, but I was like 12.
Whoa, show off. Every fucking day. Wow. Well, obviously you don't have to. You spent a good chunk of your life not doing it.
True. I'm making up for lost time.
Well, then you should be doing 2-a-days.
But it was like me, the punk kid, a hacker, a gay kid, a black kid. Like there was only like 8 of us in the class. It was a really small class for some reason. I'm from San Diego. There's no reason my class should have been that small. But it was like the weirdest group of kids, and then the hacker. And the hacker loved us because like everyone hated him because he was just like this nerdy, annoying hacker kid that like thought that would eventually get him a girlfriend or something. I don't know. But he like had that weird attitude about it. I have no problem with hackers, but he was just annoying about it.
Well, he was probably much smarter than everyone else in the room knew it, and was like, one day you'll realize. Flex. Yeah, one day you'll realize that my mighty brain will.
Oh, he probably makes $1 million a year now. He's probably like a bigwig somewhere in the Bay Area in tech somewhere. But yeah, the teacher would play us young ones. Like he would just be like, I'm not even going to try to teach you guys. We're just going to watch the young ones. And he would put it on, and then like the hacker would like get into his computer and like never really porn because that would get us in trouble. But he'd find something like lewd or weird and just switch the projection screen to like some weird ass photo.
Oh my God.
I think it was in that class. He was in more than one of my classes. It might have been in a different class.
Was the hacker your first stalker? I mean,
no. I just was kind of a mess in high school. It's kind of a blur.
Who wasn't a mess in high school?
I was also really smart though. I would get called into the office and they'd be like, dude, stop smoking weed on campus. We've already expelled all of your friends, but you're like actually smart, so we don't want to kick you out. But like, can you stop?
They're like, you have promise. Can you stop fucking up a little?
And then my senior year, I was in like all AP classes and like second year calculus, like super nerdy. And I hung out with all like the goth and punk kids. And I got in trouble again. And they were just, I stood up in front of my entire calculus class because I was really sick of my teacher. He was like doing a terrible job explaining this thing. So I stood up and I taught it to the whole class, because no one understood what he was saying. And then they all understood what I said. And then he got really mad. And so we had like a parent, principal, teacher, and me meeting. And he like cussed at me during it because he was so sick of my shit. And then the principal was like, hey, you're like really smart, but you don't seem to care about it. Are you going to go to college? And I was like, no, I'm not going to go to college. And so she was like, okay, can we just take you out of this class then if you don't need it? Because like clearly there's a problem here. So I dropped all of my AP classes, and then I was like a teacher's aide. I was in creative writing. I was in ceramics. And I think the other one was PE, but I had a note for PE. So I just sat around.
The move of every smart kid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to work out. Fuck you.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I have bad knees. And then they wrote me a note. So I literally had like a TA or an office aide. So I just sat in the office because they wouldn't trust me to like run notes because they would know that I was just like getting my friends out of class instead. So I just sat in the office, and then I sat in PE, and then I was in creative writing, which I was actually into, and then ceramics, which I would just like fuck around with clay.
It's amazing how the American education system for reasonably intelligent people just does not work well.
No, it didn't work at all for me. But then it kind of worked because they were like, if you're not going to college, you already have every credit you need to graduate. You just literally have to sit here. Because I was 16 my senior year and I graduated at 17. So they were like, if you leave now, like you're not going to have anything to do anyways. So do you want to just stay here? And I was like, yeah, I'll hang out with my friends. Like I literally stayed in school just to like see my friends every day.
See, I just stayed in school because they made me. I got out on a work release program. Where,
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was working in IT at 16, and they're like, oh, yeah, you get like 6 credits a semester if you have a job that is towards your future. So I said, wow, deuces. I'd leave like halfway through the day to go to work every day.
Nice.
My stupid ass is like, I'm a working IT professional. I got the world by the balls. A lot of good that did me. Real quick before we jump into it, we got the answer to the radiation question.
Oh.
In general, sexual activity is fine during treatment as interest, energy, and comfort levels allow. You may not feel up to sexual intimacy after surgeries or during chemotherapy and radiation, but hugging, kissing, and holding hands, well, that's like cancer radiation
Yeah,
therapy.
that's not radiation.
God damn it. I just Googled it and that was the first
I
thing
want like a glowing radioactive man. I want to know if I can have sex with him.
Well, I was so enthralled by your story, I didn't read it until now. It was the first thing that popped up. I'm like, oh, God damn it.
I don't know if they would have an answer to that because the last time a bunch of people got radiated, I was just talking about how smart I was. I'm not very smart anymore. It's been a long time since I was in school. But I don't know if they like really had the ability to study that the last time people were affected.
What to know about radiation sickness in medical news today?
Just go on like Yahoo Answers and just see all the garbage people type. We should just ask.
We should just ask them. Well, the symptoms would make sex not fun. The signs and symptoms of acute radiation poisoning are vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, loss of appetite, malaise, or feeling unwell, headache, rapid heartbeat. That's not a fun lay.
Also, the people in Chernobyl were like melting. I know you said it's not real.
Well, Chernobyl's real, the show.
The show, yeah, the show. The people were melting like from the radiation after. Not at first contact, but like the lasting radiation effects was people melting. I don't know if I want like melty flesh inside of me.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I know that's my experience has always been like I knock it and then I'm like, wait, this is actually great.
I mean, the dude was be self-lubricating with his melty skin.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Someone from Troba has had to have made this already.
How did we get here?
Well, nuclear winter,
Apocalypse.
post-apocalypse sex.
Yeah, it was me talking about the apocalypse. That's
Oh, I know why you want to do the post-apocalypse. You don't have to shower anymore. You get to go
I don't
back.
have to shower anymore. I can go back to my roots.
I figured it out.
Prove that I am the trash baby.
I figured it out.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I just want the world to end so I don't have to keep showering. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Where do
I
we
know.
Go? Generally, we don't get into post-apocalypse talk in the
This
first 10
soon.
minutes.
Yeah.
Usually, The alcohol has to metabolize a little bit before it gets this silly. But we're jumping right into it. In the post-apocalyptic society, are you going to be a leader, or what would your post-apocalypse plan be besides your fashion choices?
Okay, you know in the new Mad Max, the crazy dude on the guitar? I want to be him. I don't know what his purpose is, but no one's like killing. Wait, he does get killed.
Well, everyone fucking dies, but
like, you know what I mean? Like they, for some reason, find him useful, so no one's drinking his blood. You know, like he's probably been given a lot of, what do they call it? Mother's milk. Like he's well taken care of. I just want to be the rock star in the apocalypse. I don't know how to play any instruments, but I want to be the rock star.
just got to learn real quick.
Yeah.
But then again, if you have no way to play music anymore, no one will know that you don't know how to play music.
Yeah, and everyone will be half crazy from the radiation.
Exactly.
So I'll just be like,
Exactly.
I'll be like, wow, yeah. I just got to jump on isn't he on a trampoline or something crazy?
Well, he has like the flames behind him.
But he's like bouncing all over the place.
Well, he's on like bungee cords.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I want to do. I just want to be on bungee cords and look like a psychopath.
Then why aren't you doing it now? Why wait till the end of the world?
Paint my face with silver spray paint and just
Shiny.
scream Valhalla. Wait, I don't think he does that though. It's other people.
It's everyone else.
It's everyone else.
He's the nonconformist.
Can I do both?
It's your life.
Just play guitar and then go, Valhalla.
It's your post-apocalypse. You do you.
Yes, thank you. What is that called? I've been up since 6. Oh man.
A-okay.
Yeah. I drank a hangover drink today and I wasn't hungover. Like the rescue water.
Why would you do that?
Because I wanted to see what it was like and I felt really good. It's like salt water with a bunch of minerals and stuff in it.
So it's just Pedialyte with the different packaging?
Oh, it tastes way worse than Pedialyte. It tastes like ocean water.
Ugh.
I felt so rejuvenated for no reason. I mean, I got up at 6, which is basically a hangover.
What time did you go to sleep?
6.
Wait, you slept for 12 hours?
I had a really long week.
What have you been doing this week?
So I woke up super early, not quite 6. I think it was like 7. And then I drove to the other side of Vegas. And then I got in my friend's car and drove out here to LA, shot for his company, then got on a bus because there was no flights at night and I had work the next day. So I had to get on a bus. Got back to my house at 4 a.m, same day. So I'd been up for like 20 hours and shot an anal scene. So I didn't eat all day. And then took the bus home, slept for 4 hours, woke up, did my makeup, did a wrestling shoot, which I won, which means that it was extra tiring for me because I didn't give up on the 3rd round. And then, what did I do? And then the next day I went to work. I PA sometimes too. So I was PAing all day. And then the next day I went hiking for like 4 hours. Like we went off the trail and like actually climbed boulders and stuff. So I'm like sore from that. Then I went to the rodeo and got very drunk. Like I didn't realize that I got very drunk until my friends disappeared and I was asking a stranger to help me call a taxi. And then I was like, oh, I got to go home.
Oh, you must have been drunk. A taxi?
Well, okay, my phone died.
Okay.
My phone died and my friends were supposed to call me an Uber, but they were even drunker than me. So they called the Uber and then they were like, oh, the Uber's here. But they didn't tell me that. So then they just ran to the Uber pickup and got in the Uber, I think is what happened. I still haven't got the whole story because they were like, I remember everything. I don't think they do. All they know is they lost me and they ended up at home.
How did they lose you? You are quite tall.
I know. I just turned around and I was like, where's my friends? Who's this guy? All right, this guy, you're my friend now. And he was nice. And then he called me an Uber. And I think he was also blackout drunk because we were in Vegas. And then he like went the wrong way. So then we didn't end up at Uber pickups. Then he canceled it. And then I was like, yo, I'm just going to go get a taxi. Like, I just want to go home. It took like an hour for me to find a ride home. And so then I got home at like 2. And I was okay. Like, I was okay the next day. I know I wasn't that drunk because I wasn't like super hungover. I was just tired at work from the week that I had. But then I had to PA all day again, which is hard because I also shoot cameras. I'm like holding a 10-pound object away from my body for 8 hours. And then I went to bed at 6 maybe 7 p.m. last night, and I woke up at 6 a.m. today and then drove here. So I at least like finally got sleep, but my body's still like, hey, I'm really sore. And like, thanks for driving to LA today, Rocky. I appreciate you.
Well, I was just about to say that, but you said it for me, so no need to be redundant.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who thinks porn is glamorous, that's what porn's really like.
It's glamorous once I'm like in the makeup chair.
It's all the other things you gotta do.
I did it.
Oh, shit.
I'm kind of figuring I have to use 2 nails at once. You'll see it in the video. I like do this, and then I just like very gently pull it so I don't break any nails or pop off any of my fancy rhinestones.
It was quite amazing. It was just...
Also, after like 1 drink, I get a little more willing to do it.
Like,
the first one when I'm sober, I'm like, can you do it?
After the first one, you're like, if I lose a nail, I lose a nail. Fuck it.
That's all it takes. 1 White Claw.
Just fucking get crazy in this mother. Woo! Getting white girl wasted.
I didn't even think about that. Now we can just say White Claw wasted.
I think they're counting on that shit.
Yeah.
You know this stuff's made by Mike's Hard Lemonade?
What?
Same fucking company.
Oh, it doesn't say. Sometimes it'll say the parent company, but this one doesn't say it.
I'm 90% certain on that.
I saw that PBR has a hard seltzer now.
Everyone has a hard seltzer now.
Theirs is 8%.
Of course it is.
I really want to try it. And it comes in a tall can.
I'm just waiting for the Steel Reserve White Claws. That's got to happen one of these days.
Steel Reserve is so gnarly. I don't think they could make something easy to drink.
Oh, I never said it was going to be easy to drink. I just said they're going to make it.
Okay. Fair enough.
High gravity. Hard seltzer.
Ooh, here's a funny drinking story. I always wonder when I tell these stories if someone I grew up with is going to be like, holy shit, I know who that girl is. You know what I mean? Like they're going to hear the story and be like, I was actually there for that. Oh my God, that's Rocky. Like, you know? So I look very different than I did as a kid too. I had like really short hair and obviously no tattoos. And I was just like really like awkward in my body and like weird, like not the pretty girl in school. But anyways, so one time, do you remember Four Loko?
Of course I remember Four Loko.
Do you remember when it got like done? Like it was over? So when that happened, I was underage, but whatever. I don't think I can get arrested for it now.
No, this is all a fictional story, obviously.
Yeah, this is a fictional story that I'm telling that sounds really real and from personal experience. But
you're just telling a story on what you know. Like this happened to a friend or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This happened to my friend. So we had a Four Loko goodbye party. I don't like party nearly as hard as I did when I was younger because my job doesn't really allow me to like trash my body, which is why we're drinking this. But we had a Four Loko goodbye party. We went to the closest liquor store and we bought every case of Four Loko that they had. It was bad. There was only like 5 of us. And we bought every case of Four Loko there was.
So how many cases was this?
I don't know. It was like
Rough
the
estimate.
big pallets. It was like 4 like big ones at least. Like an entire fridge full of Four Lokos.
Oh,
it was
God.
a week-long blackout.
Who died?
Basically, is the point of the story is it was like a week-long blackout, and I came to drinking a Steel Reserve a week later and looked at my friends and I was like, oh, did we finish all the Four Loko in the town I was in? And they were like, they all looked in their hands. Like we all came to it at the same time because they all looked in their hands and they're like, oh, I guess we did. And then we just started drinking Steel Reserve.
For those of you who have never had the pleasure of having a Steel Reserve, they're fucking gnarly. I was partying with some friends. I had to be in my early 20s. And we're like, we're going to get Steel Reserve for old school reasons. I don't know what we were thinking. We tried to hand a Steel Reserve to a bum as we were walking back to where we were partying, and the bum wouldn't take it.
No.
He's like, no, I'm cool.
Oh my God.
You know Steel Reserve is bad when?
Oh my God. That's gnarly. I want to try that now.
Handing Steel Reserve to bums?
Yeah, I want to see if they take it.
I feel like LA bums will take it.
Yeah, true.
Depending on the LA bum, they may take it and throw it at you.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't think I've had a Steel Reserve since.
Yeah, I have not had a Steel Reserve since I came to after the Four Loko goodbye week binge drinking it. And even like just coming out of a blackout where you still don't really care about anything, I was still disgusted that I was drinking a Steel Reserve. And I was like a kid. Like, kids don't care.
Oh, no. I used to drink Steel Reserve all the time as a kid.
Yeah. And I was just like, what? Like, I think the taste is what, like, brought me back to reality, honestly. I'd been drinking, like, delicious, not, Four Locos are disgusting. I always drink the watermelon ones, by the way. I was drinking, like, delicious watermelon ones, and then just all of a sudden had this, like, nasty piss beer in my mouth and was just like, oh, I don't even want to drink alcohol anymore.
Your brain's like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is poison. What are you doing?
Yeah. Like, Four Loko got banned because it's poison, but this Steel Reserve is actually poison.
Four Locos like antifreeze. It's sweet. It goes down easy. Who in their right mind, by the way, made antifreeze sweet?
Is it really sweet? Have you tried it?
No, it's just what
That's what other people say. I feel like people that drink it are dead, so who are you asking?
science.
I love that your computer is there for just like easy fact checking.
Well, yeah, I'm wrong all the time. Oh, awesome. The first article to pop up is why is antifreeze so delicious?
Oh my God.
It's from slate.com.
I want to try like a little. You can't tell me that stuff tastes good.
Oh, God, I may have just killed Rocky.
If I die and it looks like suicide by antifreeze, it is Matt's fault.
Oh, my God.
What?
A New Jersey woman has pleaded not guilty to murdering her brother-in-law with an antifreeze spiked drink. According to prosecutors, her weapon of choice was a blended concoction of pineapple juice, maraschino cherries, and several ounces of antifreeze. In similar past cases, the victim was oblivious to his drink's lethality since antifreeze tastes pretty good. Why is something so deadly so delicious?
So she tried to kill him more than once.
Oh, no. Well, no. Other cases, not her.
Oh. I thought he was like, man, I just keep drinking these delicious drinks. My sister keeps trying to kill me, but I don't know.
So ethylene glycol is the ingredient that makes antifreeze tasty. Though colorless and odorless, the syrupy alcohol derivative, I can talk, which is excellent at lowering the freezing point of vital engine fluids, has a sweet taste that jives well with soda, juice, and other sugary beverages.
Oh my God.
As many concerned pet owners and parents are well aware, dogs, cats, and even kids are prone to lap up puddles of antifreeze left on garage floors. Every year, 90,000 animals
Can you
and
just picture a kid though, like,
yeah, just under the car licking.
oh, it's just so good.
Well, it's blue.
Oh, so maybe they think it's like a melted popsicle.
Hey, you're
Still,
dumb.
if I had a child and I saw them licking a garage floor,
It deserved to die.
I was gonna say.
It deserves to die.
I'm gonna say I'd smack him upside the head, but somebody's gonna be like, "She's a child abuser."
Oh, no. That's Darwinism at its finest. That kid didn't need to go on. Because honestly, if my kid is literally licking up melted popsicle from the garage
Like,
floor,
bye, dumbass.
goodbye. You don't need to live.
Shit.
You don't. Because you're going to go forward and you're going to have sex with someone stupid and you're going to make another generation of stupid.
Yeah, I don't think my kid would. No, my kid would probably be stupid. I
I'm
was smart once upon a time.
My whole hope is if I ever accidentally knock someone up, they're not an idiot. Or if they are, they get their looks in my brains.
Yeah.
That's the hope. Knowing my luck, they'll get my looks in their brains.
And I had to think. Did you see my face? I was like, wait. Okay.
It's not hard to figure out. I'm not pretty.
No. Don't be so mean to yourself.
Self-deprecating humor makes me identifiable to the audience. Oh, shit. That shouldn't stay in post. If not treated immediately, the consequences of the poison can include retinal and cardiovascular failure, brain damage, and death.
I really just want to taste it. Like you're. I wonder if like one little taste would like burn my tongue. Just like
No,
a
it's
little-
sweet.
No, but I mean like poison. Like
No, that's the problem. It goes down smooth.
but like what if I just like
I mean, it's not good for you.
okay, I won't do it.
Oh,
Stop telling me how delicious it is.
Well, no. But both of them, you have to go back to Nevada for it because in Oregon and California, they have laws that require that antifreeze makers add bittering agents to the product.
That's smart. Just in Oregon?
And California.
Oh, okay.
So you got to go back to Vegas to get your fix.
Yeah, Vegas is the best state on the planet. I'm from California. Vegas is like, you want hookers? Cool. You want guns? Sick. You want to drink at 4:30 in the morning? Every bar is open. Like,
See, I have a love-hate. I lived in Vegas for 3 years.
okay.
I have a love-hate with it.
Okay. I mean, so do I. Like, also, like, fuck the desert.
Well, fuck the desert. It's a shit town to meet new people in. Since you moved there, how many people have you met that aren't in the industry?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot of them are like adjacent, like they know us already. But one of my main groups of friends are like mainstream entertainers. I have a friend that's like a cirque performer. I have friends that are like TikTok, Instagram people. I have a lot of musician friends, but I think I lucked out. Like, I purposefully, and it's really difficult, and I don't even want to go into a stigma conversation right now, but I deal with the stigma a lot when trying to make new friends. And so, like, sometimes I'll get discouraged and I'll stop trying to make new friends. But I think, excuse me, I think once I met like a couple people that were really cool to me, that don't do porn, that maybe I'm their only porn friend. But once I met them and we had a really good time hanging out, and then I met their friends, and now like they all live in the same neighborhood as me, which is also helpful. So I think I lucked out because when I lived there for a year before, I had a really hard time. And like everyone I would hang out with was just like kind of shitty or in the industry, which, you know, I just wanted like civilian friends. I feel so weird using that term, but there's like no other term other than like civilian.
Well, it's an easily identifiable term.
Yeah, just someone who isn't in my job. It was like, oh my God, it was so annoying. Like, they would act really cool and then just eventually like ask a ton of questions, or eventually like brag about being my friend, or like bring me around their other friends that were like shitty, or like, you know, and then I would be like, what do you say to your friends when I'm not around? Like, you're like, oh, I know this fucking porn star. She's such a slut. I'm
going to fuck her.
Yeah. And then I'd meet their friends and I'd be like, you suck. Like, you played really cool to me, but you actually suck. And so ever since I've been home, I've only been home for a few months now. And I feel like I finally kind of like hit the jackpot socially, where I don't have a ton of friends, but I have like a group of like really cool people.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I don't have to talk about work with them because they don't have my job, and so we don't relate on that level. And like, I love my job and I love hanging out with people that have my job, but I also think it's really important for me to do other things with my life.
Fuck yeah. It's important to talk about other things besides work. It's important to have other fucking interests and fucking hobbies.
Yeah.
And not be like work all the fucking time. Because for whatever reason, it's almost socially acceptable in porn to be like that all the time. But if you were a fucking accountant, people would be like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, like stop counting everything.
Right. Stop putting things in ledgers.
Yeah. Stop putting things in your mouth, Rocky.
No. You'll be a lot less popular if you stop doing that.
That's the only reason people like me. I'm just kidding.
No.
I like secure in the fact.
I like you for your post-apocalyptic plans. Though I have a feeling the minute the post-apocalypse happens, you're just going to drink antifreeze and it's going to be all over.
I'll be like, Matt said this was really delicious. It sounds like a good way. I feel like the death from it wouldn't be as delicious as the taste.
No, retinal failure and death is like you go blind first.
Oh, that's like my biggest fear. Like, being blind is terrifying, which is really weird because I have like a really weird fear of my eyeballs popping. Like, in high school, I dissected a sheep's eye, and I just remember like, they don't give you sharp ass scalpels because you're like 15. So like, here's this really blunt piece of metal that we called a scalpel, right? And so we're like stabbing the eye and it's like not cutting. And then it finally like pops because you have to like put so much pressure that it literally just pops. It doesn't slice it nicely. And I like, that image is in my brain. And even though it was like kind of difficult, it wasn't very hard. And so I'm like, fuck, my eyes could pop. And they're just liquid inside. Have you ever seen the inside of an eyeball?
Yeah. Ugh.
You cut them open and just goo falls out. And you're like, there's nothing holding my eye together except for liquid.
Liquid in a prayer.
Yeah. And it freaked me out. And so like, when people are taller than me, which is rare, if their like shoulder goes into my eye, like I'm like, oh, don't pop my eyes. But I also have like this weird fetish for like eye pain. So it's like, I think it's because it's my fear, right? So like people because I used to be like, oh, I accidentally got Tiger Balm in my eyes. And they'd be like, we saw you put Tiger Balm on your hands and then pretend to place it everywhere else. And then you were like, my eye itches. And they're like, we know you did it on purpose and we know you sort of like it.
Then why just not come on and be like, yeah, I did that shit?
Well, yeah, now I'm like, yeah, I'll put Tiger Balm on my eyeballs. It's fine.
Do you put hot sauce in your eyes too?
No, I eat spicy food and I'll touch my eyes and I'll be like, damn it. And that one's not as enjoyable for me because I kind of like the cool burn that the Tiger Balm gives off. But I still like it. It's a little bit more like I feel like I'm actually damaging my eyes with capsaicin. So I try to avoid that. I also really like cum in my eyes. If anyone listening to this already knows who I am, then they already know that too, because it's in like literally every video of me. They're like, where do you want the pop shot? And I'm like, eyeballs. And they're like,
do you ever just grab a dick and aim it at your eyes?
yeah, I do. And sometimes guys are so nice, like porn dudes. Every girl hates when cum gets in their eyes, right?
Yeah.
And so porn dudes, like, I'll line it up to my nose. Like, that's the money shot right there. Like, you put it at your nose and then it shoots right in your eyeballs. And they'll like correct me because they think that I'm still so new that I like don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. And I put it here on purpose because I want it in my eyes.
You want it to go with enough force that your nose splits, it goes both eyes?
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of like, you're under it, right? And then you like, cum doesn't usually come out perfectly straight. It'll kind of like go either way.
You don't say. I've never seen an orgasm before.
I've seen a lot of them real close. I've probably seen cum come out of a dick closer than you ever have.
Yeah, my dick's not that big.
But
That'd
yeah,
be really weird. Like,
I really like Tiger Balm and cum in my eyes, but I'm also terrified of having my eyes injured. Like, I'm terrified of going blind. And I continue to put things in my eyes that make them hurt and swell. Like, cum tries to get your eyeballs pregnant.
it's like, hey, watery mucus, this is where we're supposed to go.
Yeah, this is like soft tissue. Like, we go in here and it'll try to, it does. It actually soaks through your eyes and they turn bloodshot and they swell bigger. And I just walk around and I'm like proud of it. I'll like purposefully go to the par and people will be like, oh, are you allergic to something? And I'll be like, no. And I'll just like give them this smile and they'll be like, I don't understand. And I'm like, but I do. I'm a slut. Now I'm at the bar.
I got someone's DNA in my eyes.
Yeah. It makes me really happy. And the fact that you asked why my eyes are red makes me even happier.
Oh.
But don't make me go blind ever. I would drink antifreeze if I went blind. Great. Now one day I'm going to go blind and everyone's going to like...
They're just going to play this back. Ooh, when Rocky goes blind, I'm going to get more downloads. Awesome. As heard first on, and now we drink.
Oh, man.
So I'm curious, are you more afraid of going blind or going deaf?
Blind, for sure. I would have no problem being deaf.
See, I think blind would be worse, but part of me is like, man, I use my ear holes a lot.
My ear holes. Like, weird fact about me, I do listen to music, but like I don't. Like, I don't listen to music. So every morning when I wake up, my morning routine is drink a cup of tea, play my Mogwai and Sleep Party People PlayStation or playlist, and then work out and stretch, and then music is off. And it's like really chill ambient music. And like when I'm driving to LA, sometimes I'll put on like 2 Chainz radio or something to try to like hype myself up to deal with Hollywood. But I don't listen to music. I drove across the entire country and listened to Godspeed You Black Emperor for one of the days.
What'd you listen to the rest of the time?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Mm-hmm.
No podcast, no audiobooks, nothing?
Nothing.
That's fucking weird. That's the weirdest thing you've said all night.
I know. Like, I told people that and they were like, do you secretly kill people? Like, are you a serial killer?
That's not a secret.
But like my friends were legitimately like, I've known you for years and I've always thought you were really cool. What do you mean you drove across the entire country by myself? I didn't have anyone to talk to, with no service on my phone, so I couldn't call anybody. I like legitimately sat in my car for 10 hours a day without music on.
Was there some emotional distress you were processing?
Probably.
Okay. But
that's not why. Like, that's just normal. I just don't need it. So I used to listen to music a lot, and then there was this like weird time in my life. Someone came to my house and put on music, and it like gave me a panic attack. And all of a sudden, my response to music like became anxious. And so I still listen to music, and I'll still listen to like heavier songs that I already know. But like, even when I go to I go to a lot of shows, and I'll enjoy the music and I'll have fun. And I don't really mind if it's loud and I'm out with friends. But if I'm in my house, like, it's just different. Like if I'm in my house or in my car or like somewhere that isn't out, I don't want noise. Like I just want to like chill. And maybe it's from like porn. Maybe it's from like, like I have sex with strangers and it's like hype, and like I go out, I go to all the porn parties and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm never home. Like my best friend has keys to my house, and like he basically lives in my house. Like he's at my house every day, just like taking care of my cat and my plants. And so I think when I'm like finally just like in my own little spot, I just want nothing.
All right. Nothing I identify with, but
yeah, it's super weird. Like it honestly weirds me out, because sometimes I want to listen to music and I'll turn it on and I'll be like, no.
See, music is so important. It's just so much a part of my life. It's not something I wrap my brain around.
Yeah. No, and I understand that. Like, not a lot of people do. And I think it's a lot of this, like, day and age of just, like, music has been so ingrained in our culture and the way we view ourselves and the way we view other people and the way we, like, interact with the world, and even how we, like, process emotions or, like, get energy or, like, work out. Like, it's a part of everything. And so for some reason, one day when I woke up and it stopped being that for me, like, it even weirded me out. I was just like, well, what do I do now? Like,
I couldn't imagine. Like, I've done a lot of long fucking driving. I just couldn't imagine sitting in the car with no stimulus for that long.
It was like really enjoyable to me.
That's awesome. I mean, if you're into it,
yeah.
Cool.
It was so weird. I mean, I had my cat in the car also. So at first I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to music to like stay awake and have fun and whatever. But every time I turned on music, I didn't really care if it was on or not. And it would wake my cat up and she would cry. And so what I did instead is I put my hand in her cage and I just pet her and I turned off the music and I just like looked. I'm a very like visual person too. Like I don't store auditory information very well. So I just like pet her, which was like, like some sort of like tactical, or that's not the right word. Tactile. Not tactical. We're not going to war.
You could be.
Tactile interaction with something. And then like visually, I just paid attention to my surroundings and I was like, oh, cool. Now there's trees. Oh, cool. Now there's cows. Oh, there's this now. And I entertained myself that way. I played like I Spy with myself. And then I listened to like Godspeed is cool and like Mogwai is cool. And it's like very chill. And I had it on like literally level 2 volume just so I had something. But like I can't do audiobooks. I can sort of do podcasts. Like I did a podcast on a plane the other day, but it's really hard for me. Like I read books, like I look at pictures, like I'm very visual. And so I can't read while I'm driving.
You totally can. Slacker.
I'm sorry, I'll practice. I feel like this whole podcast is about me killing people. Like I'm just going to start reading while I drive now.
Hey, they should have been paying attention to the road.
After I drink my antifreeze margarita, I'll just finish my book.
That may be a problem with you reading a book when you go blind.
Oh, shit. Okay, so I have to finish the book before I read the antifreeze.
Yes, before you read the antifreeze bottle, you should read your book.
It doesn't have the bitters in it.
Oh, that'd be the worst. You're like, I'm going to try antifreeze because Matt says it's delicious. California antifreeze, you motherfuckers.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go home in a few days.
You're checking labels like, where was this manufactured? It's like you're at a fucking wine store to see what vineyard it came from.
Oh, my God.
What vintage is this antifreeze?
This is 90s antifreeze from Nevada. Okay, great. I'll take it.
98 was a good year.
Oh, man.
Note to the listening audience, don't drink antifreeze, please.
Don't drink antifreeze, and I'm not actually going to. I have I have a really bad problem of like being sarcastic so long people start to believe me.
Oh, I don't believe you or actually care if you do.
Thanks. Like people will say something sarcastic to me and I'll just continue responding and they'll be like, I was kidding. And I'll be like, yeah, so am I. Oh, what was it? I dated somebody one time and they would say something mean to me and I would respond like as if I thought they were serious. And they'd be like, can I not fuck with my girlfriend? I'd be like, can I not fuck with you back? I was like, who lost here? You're the one that
X for a reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's more? Because that should be your first red flag right there. Like, oh, you don't get my fucking humor? Fuck you.
Oh man. There's a video. It was on my Snapchat for a day. It was with Daddy's Juice, who I love dearly. And I was sucking his dick on the way to Area 51. And there was 2 other people in the car. None of them do porn. And we were recording it. So it was just like, they're used to me, but like, I'm not usually like porny when I'm around them. And he was like, Rocky, please don't ever get a boyfriend again. And like, I still like went to work and stuff, but I didn't like suck people's dick on the way to Area 51 anymore. And I just laughed. And he was like, it really sucked, man. You were actually loyal to this one. And then I looked straight into his camera and I was like, this video is dedicated to my ex-boyfriend. Oh,
See, I don't feel like anyone in the industry should be dating someone who gives a fuck about that.
exactly.
I mean, for fuck's sake. I've said this plenty of times.
I want to date someone that will drive me to work and then pick me up and be like, was it good? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm real tired.
No, you
and
gotta.
then they'll like buy me a hamburger and then like tuck me into bed.
Draw you an Epsom salt bath.
Yes.
That's the type of dude that every girl in the industry should be dating. But
Yes.
every girl in the industry ends up dating some dude who's like, says they're that guy until it's like, oh, you're actually going back to work?
That has happened to me. Somebody asked me to be their girlfriend and I had work the next day and then they got mad at me for going to work. And I was like,
Was this dude in a band? That's a yes. That's a fucking yes. It's the tale as old as time.
he was like, oh, we live the best lives ever. And I was like, yes, we do. And then he's like, but you're not allowed to anymore.
Tale as old as time.
He's like, I thought when I asked you to be my girlfriend, you wouldn't go to work anymore. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that's not how this works.
That's not how this works. I was like, you remember when you would invite me across the country and I would just say okay and show up the next day? How do you think I paid for that? I fucked somebody else. I made a joke the other day. I was going to buy something really nice. I'm actually like not this person. This was an actual joke. And then like people listening be like, oh, she's some bougie bitch. But like, I make fun of people that are like rich and care about it. I'm not rich at all by any means. But I like bought something really nice. And I was like, I bought this. And it was something like I knew someone that worked for that company and like people would date them to like try to get it for cheap or free. You know, it was like one of those. So it's kind of like making fun of those people. And I was like, I bought this and paid full price. And I didn't even have to fuck any money for it. And my friends straight up called me out and they were like, yes, you did. They just didn't work for the company. And I was like, all right, touche. I did fuck somebody to afford this. You're absolutely correct.
100%.
Yeah, they just don't. I didn't fuck them for it to get it for free. I fucked them so I could pay for it.
Right. It was not a direct interaction and exchange.
Yeah, it was like twice from, like cousin twice removed.
Yeah, he was the middleman.
Yeah.
It's just what
But I
it
got
is.
called out. I mean, I was like half drunk, so I like thought I was being clever. And they were like, I'm sorry to tell you, you did have sex for this.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's honestly nothing wrong with it in either scenario.
It was probably great sex. It usually is.
Well, cool. I'm glad you enjoy your work.
I do.
It'd be miserable if like you were waking up every day like it was a factory job. Like, oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
I gotta suck another dick.
I'm just sucking really nice penis that's on a really nice human. Damn it. The only thing I'm like, it's like, I have to drive to LA.
Hey, more
But
and
I
more
also
production
don't
is
care.
more and more productions happening in Vegas. So
Yeah. But if somebody, like, literally, if I had 5 hours notice and someone was like, can you shoot in LA? I'd be like, yes.
do it while you can, because people get shot out, people stop, work dries up, and so many people fucking don't think about it that way. So, like, the fact that you're jumping at every fucking opportunity is the way to be.
Oh, yeah. I also don't mind the drive. My music list drive.
In the middle of the fucking desert, just
It's so pretty. I like living in the desert sucks sometimes, but it's also like really pretty. Like I really like the desert. And you know what I like about it is it's so underrated that there's no one there. It's almost like me with music. Like I can go find a beautiful place in the desert and there's no one there. When I went to Bali, right? There was like gorgeous waterfalls. Also like 1,000 people at it.
were you at some fucking resort?
No.
Okay, good. Because I was about to judge you hard for that.
No, we stayed, like Kangoo has a bunch of the resorts. Ubud has some too, but like Kangoo has most of the resorts. And we were like up the street from the resorts. We were in like a really sick house. Like it was huge.
Sick house is awesome. Resort's not.
Yeah, we had a sick house. We had like this whole grass area. We had a giant pool. We had a kitchen. We had a kitchen staff that made us breakfast every day and some dinners. And then like 4 different little houses with a bunch of rooms. There was like 20 of us.
What were you guys there for?
I was with Cat Attack Photos. Her and like Christy Mack do like traveling photo shoots. So I went out for that, and I had a shoot every other day. But I also had a friend from Australia fly out to Bali, and he rented a scooter, and I stayed with him every night because like my roommate was insane. She got sent home. But I stayed.
Oh, there's gotta be a story here.
I don't even want to go into the story.
Oh,
But
tease me with the story. Oh,
no, I try not to hate on people.
well, it's not.
But
Hey, I don't want you to name names.
Yeah. I just didn't like being in my room. My other roommates were awesome, but like one of them, I was just like, I don't want to be here. So I stayed with this dude every night, and he got like cool hotels, also not in the resort area. And then he rented a scooter, and we would like ride out into the rainforest every day. Like we went to the resort land once because everyone was like, I forget what it was called, Waves or Sands or something. Something for Americans. And I went there once, and we had one drink, and it was actually really good. I had a mojito. This one. I had a mojito, and it was delicious. But I was just like, why are we here? Like, this drink was like $15. And
We're in Bali, and it's $15. That's unreasonable.
it's unreasonable. So, yeah. So we just like took the scooter for like hours into the center of the island and like over to like the giant statue and what was it? Garuda Vishnu statue. It was amazing. It's like one of the biggest statues in the world.
Know how unreasonable a $15 drink in Bali is?
Oh, I do.
I mean,
Yeah.
For the audience at home, the average local salary in Bali is about $140 a month.
Yeah.
That is 10% of someone's monthly salary
Yeah.
for one drink.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was insane. I was like, why are we here? So we left. Same with like taxis. Like taxis would still be really cheap. And then we found the local like Uber app, and I downloaded that. And it went from like $10 to get home from where we were to like $2. Yeah. And one night somebody tried to overcharge me, and I was like, I don't even care. Because like them overcharging me was still like $15. And I was just like, whatever.
Go live your best life, dude. I got this.
Yeah. I was like, here is your month's income. Like, I don't care. It's also really sad how like poor it is over there. Like, it's beautiful. And everyone was like, Bali's beautiful. And I found myself in Bali. And I'm like, no, like,
You're exploiting an indigenous people.
yeah, like you didn't. Like, you went to a resort that's owned by Australians. You did not contribute to their country at all. And like, you didn't do shit. I'm like, I got on a scooter that we rented for $5 a day and rode it for 6 hours into the rainforest, and then found a waterfall and ate at local eateries and like tipped these people hella because all they know is that like there's Australians making bank in Kangoo and your city sucks. Like not in a bad, like it sucks for you. Like it's beautiful, but it's just so overpopulated and so bad over there. It was really sad. Like I had a very different experience than a lot of people that go there. Like I got really, really grateful for my life. Not in a like, I can afford to travel and like take pretty pictures at this resort. I got really grateful for my life being like, holy shit, like I afforded a plane ticket here and this place is overpopulated because you literally can't afford to leave. You know what I mean? Like it was insane, but it's also beautiful.
Oh, and that's how travel should fucking be.
Mm-hmm.
I will never step foot on a fucking cruise. I will never step foot in a goddamn resort.
Also, cruises are the best. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to disagree there.
Hey, you are trash, baby.
This is why I like cruises. I also haven't been on one since I was a kid. But it was like, okay, so I probably would hate it now because I like to just rent a car. And like when I went to Tulum, we didn't stay at one of the fancy resorts. We stayed near the resorts, but we were like in an actual shack that like didn't have walls and like an outdoor bathroom. And then we rented a car and like went into the city every day. Like not the fake city that is near the resort, like the actual city, and like got like street side tacos and stuff. But like I liked cruises when I was a kid because I was like 15, 16. I think the oldest I was like 16 on one. And my parents were like, this kid is a psycho, but she can't go anywhere because she's on a boat. So we're just not going to like watch her. And I got into so much trouble on cruises. Like I went on a cruise that was over New Year's and we somehow stole a bottle of champagne and it got poured all over me. And then my parents found me and banished me to my room.
Well, according to Dave Chappelle, that's how hoes drink.
Yes, exactly. I was like real proud of it. It was like, that's probably like one of my shining moments was like 16 years old, stole a bottle of champagne, also jumped on stage with the Jamaican cover band and like stole the mic and we were like singing all these songs. And then my friend was like, yo, get down there, and pushed me off the stage, shook up a bottle of champagne and just poured it on me. And I was like, I have arrived. This
So
is me.
it's really one of those situations where it's like, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Yeah, they were like, oh, you can't get into trouble here. And I was like, oh, watch me, bitch.
What are you going to do with me? Throw me overboard?
Yeah, we broke into they also have brig. Like they have cruise jail. And some of my friends went to it.
Please tell me you are part of a story that people went to cruise jail.
Yeah, we were all wasted.
I want to hear cruise jail stories.
We were just underage and they were just like, you have to stop. We also broke into the kids club every night. So we found out there's like a employee entrance into like the center of the cruise ship, right? And it's like all the pipes and so it looks like Titanic, you know? And we found it. And we found how to get to like, there's a kids club. There's an underage kids club with a DJ booth and like hangout areas. And like one kid went into Mexico. He was like 18, but the lady let him hang out with us because he wasn't 21. His name was Ryan, I think. And he would hang out with us. Maybe he was like 17, but he was like the oldest of us. And he like bought cocaine, which I didn't do, but it was just funny because he like bought cocaine and was like sharing it with children. And then
that guy's a role model.
Yeah, he's great. That's who poured champagne on me too. So
he's living the best life.
He was showing us the way.
Don't worry, he's probably a club promoter in Vegas now.
Yeah, probably. Shout out Ryan, hit me up. Miss you, bud. I'm still in touch with one of the kids from that cruise, actually. Like we've hung out recently. But we would break in because that door was always open. And then the top deck was closed for like wind advisory, but we'd like sneak up to it so we could get through that door because the kids club was on the top deck. And then we'd go like through the pipes and then we found the back entrance to the kids club. And then we'd hoist people over. There was like a foot gap between like the DJ booth and the ceiling because there was like a glass thing around it. So we'd like hoist kids into the DJ booth. We figured out how to turn it on and we would just throw ragers in there when the kids club was closed. And then we'd go play Hey Mister and we'd get a bunch of people to buy us booze. One kid stole one of the duty-free giant bottles. He just walked in the duty-free store and grabbed it and bolted and brought it to the kids club. And so I think that night that we all went crazy is when they took, I think the dude's name was James. I don't know if it was James. Somebody went to cruise jail. I think it was James. For all that. But like we all just scattered. Like we were homies till now. Peace. Just like scattered. So I got sent to my room. Somebody went to cruise jail. Somebody else got like hardcore made fun of by all the adults. Like they just started picking on him. It was the dude I was making out with. They started picking on him. I felt really bad. That's actually who I'm still in contact with. They were like making fun of him.
Why were they making fun of him?
He had a beanie on and they were calling him dildo or something.
Those are the best adults ever.
Yeah, they were calling him dildo or something, or like something to do with a phallic.
This is the class of people that go on cruises. The kind of people that get drunk and make fun of children.
Yes. But it was fun back then, but I think now I would feel trapped. Back then I was like, this is awesome because I was always in trouble. I was never allowed to have fun with my friends. Like, you know, my parents were like, oh, you can't get in trouble on a cruise. You have to have like a wristband to get in the bars. I was going in the bars every night. I don't know how. I think I made friends with the employees on the ship.
I mean, what it boils down to is they're like international waters. There's no actual laws here.
But you still have to be 21 to drink, or maybe 18 on the cruise.
That's policy, not law.
And you have to like swipe your card to prove how old you are. And I was in the bar every night. And I remember the staff would bring me adios motherfuckers. Because that's what they were drinking in the back. Like they couldn't give me booze from the bar. They could only give me their booze. So they would bring me adios motherfuckers.
Oh,
I was like 16, just like...
That is a recipe for a roofie colada if I've ever heard one. Shit. Do you want to go to the fridge and get more?
Would you like one?
Sure.
I'll get you a better flavor.
Okay, get me a better flavor.
Okay.
So this is where Rocky gives me antifreeze. I got to watch her carefully and make sure that she doesn't poison me.
Can you see me? Is there evidence that I'm not poisoning you?
There's a camera on you, but they can't see inside the fridge.
What is in... Okay. You're going to get a grapefruit.
All right. I'm getting a grapefruit.
I'll just do this in case, because I don't know what time it is.
Poison. Oh my God. I get one of these.
You get black cherry or ruby grapefruit.
Black cherry it is, because that is already proven to be okay. Does the nail survive? Does the nail survive? The nail survives.
It survives. I'm missing so many rhinestones. Wait, so you don't read books? So that Chuck Palahniuk book is not yours?
Oh, yeah, that's the roommates.
Oh. Do you have a roommate?
I do.
Hi, roommate.
Yeah, you think I can afford this place on my own? Shit.
I don't know.
The show ain't that successful.
Here, try grapefruit.
I am just getting all of Rocky's cooties tonight. What the fuck?
I'm tested.
I prefer the black, whatever this is.
Black cherry?
Yeah. The comic books on top are mine.
Oh. Well, now we can't talk about my favorite author.
Sorry. I've seen all the remake movies.
Is there a Survivor movie?
No, there's Choke, there's Fight Club.
I read Choke. I haven't seen the movie, and I'm like scared to because Choke was so good.
The movie is pretty...
But it's got the dude that I like. What's his name?
Sam Rockwell?
Yes, I love him. He's in Seven Psychopaths. Have you seen Seven Psychopaths?
I have.
Oh, it's the best movie.
Have you seen In Bruges?
A long time. Like I can't even picture the movie. I know.
Same director.
Yeah.
In my opinion, a superior movie to Seven Psychopaths.
Really?
Yes.
How do you top the cast of Seven Psychopaths, though?
You don't top the cast with In Bruges, but In Bruges is so fucking well done.
Like Christopher Walken on mushrooms having an epiphany is like pretty great.
It is. It is. Colin Farrell getting cock-blocked by a skinhead when he's going to get laid for the first time and then shooting the skinhead in the eye with a blank is pretty fucking magical. That happens in Bruges.
Okay, I was like, Colin Farrell is in Seven Psychopaths.
He's in both, yeah. Same director.
I love directors that use good crews every time.
Well, In Bruges was the first movie we're like, oh, Colin Farrell's actually a pretty good actor.
I love him. him and Sam Rockwell were like really good together too for some reason. It's like I didn't see that as like a good lead duo.
But it is, and it works.
Oh my God, it's so good. I almost got my foot tattooed. I was just telling someone this today. I wanted to get a Christopher. Nobody steal this. If I ever see someone with this, I will feed you. I won't actually kill you. Oh my God. I'm going to get arrested for this podcast. Yes. But I wanted to get a portrait of Christopher walking on one of my feet. And I just wanted to say I'm walking here.
Do it. Do it.
Both my feet are tattooed.
Laser, then do it.
I'll just get it like not on my foot and still write I'm walking here.
Or get it on the bottom of your foot.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It does. Do it for the art.
I don't care about art. And I do care about art that much.
You say that now. Do it.
Once I do it though, but a portrait on the bottom of your foot, that's impossible.
No, it's not. It's skin.
Yeah, but it falls out in like the heavily used areas.
Just have to get it redone.
Just over and over.
Make friends with the tattoo artist.
Hey, Rock, you haven't been walking for a year. What's up? Oh, I just keep trying to get a portrait on my foot, on the bottom of it.
Whatever. Hire a PA to carry you around.
How am I supposed to wear heels for pretty girls? That's like mainly the only time I stand.
Wear a heel.
Just one heel.
Just one.
Oh, did you hear my back crack?
I did.
Brutal.
I think Rocky's dying on me.
I'm dying.
Because that was an old lady crack.
Wait, I want to know if you've seen Rock and Rolla.
Oh, Guy Ritchie, of course.
Yes.
There was supposed to be a goddamn sequel.
I know. That's, the real Rock and Rolla. And it was like, real Rock and Rolla coming soon.
Guy Ritchie has made nothing but garbage since.
Oh my God. Stupid divorce ruined him.
I mean, how magical is Madonna's pussy to make you lose all your artistic talent when it leaves?
I like don't even care about any of his other movies. I just...
Snatch. You don't care about Snatch.
Wait, can you Google Real Rock and Rolla? Because I was under the impression that it had actually come out recently and it just sucked so bad that no one talked about it. The Real Rock and Rolla. Because at the very end of the movie, what does the junkie say? What's the junkie's name?
Oh, shit.
Because he looks at Archie and he's like, I want to be like you, Arch. I'm going to be a real rock and roller. And that's how it ends.
There's a premiere video from July 26th this year.
Yeah, okay. So is the movie out or is the trailer out?
Well, it was the premiere. He was Guy Ritchie
so it
at
is
London
done.
at Rock and Roller premiere Prime Video.
So the movie's out.
Maybe.
Because somebody told me, because I've literally been bitching about it for 10 years, that there's not a real Rock and Rolla, and then somebody was like, oh no, it came out.
He's at the premiere, but there is 0 other links to it.
So there's been a premiere, and it was that bad that he was just like, meh.
I don't know. I'm so confused. There is nothing except him being at the premiere. Why? Let's look at IMDb News.
Okay.
This is from 2011. This is an article from 2011. Fuck you. Okay. There's a video. I don't want to spend time to play the video.
I know.
July 16th.
I want to help you. I want to help you look it up.
No, that's horrible audio for both of us.
I know.
For both of us. Put your phone away.
Okay.
We will discover this. I will. Ah!
I'm like, I feel like I had it saved on my phone somewhere, but maybe it was just the premiere that no one knows happened.
But how is there a premiere and no links to
Did you type in just the Real Rock and Rolla movie?
I did. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Guy Ritchie's IMDb.
Ooh. Okay.
Because if it's made, it's there.
Let's see.
What
other movies has even come out with since?
Oh, since?
Yes.
He did the live action Aladdin remake.
I haven't seen any of the remakes.
Hot garbage. Just hot garbage.
I haven't seen any of them. I have a really nice childhood memory of these movies, and I'm okay with how they are. But everyone's like, oh, you have to see Lion King. And I'm like, I have seen Lion King, actually.
Right. As it's meant to fucking be instead of your soulless fucking cash grab.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Disney.
I'm not falling for your millennial throwback movie. No. But I do also want to see Dr. Sleep really bad. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah. I want to see it really, like, that's the only thing where I'm like, oh, my childhood all over again.
So he did Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows.
I saw the first Sherlock Holmes.
It was okay.
Yeah, like, not bad.
Fucking Matrix, Robert Downey Jr. fighting. It's like, I'm going to, whatever.
I know, but like anything with him, I'm sorry, I'll watch it.
H&M Spring 2013, he did their video catalog, apparently. Whoa, someone needed money.
Oh, man. He's doing great.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I mean, that's fucked. The H&M Spring 2013 video collection is on his director's credits on IMDb. Like, fuck you, H&M. Don't put that on my fucking credits.
Yeah. I look at my, what do we have? IAFD?
You know, porn's actually on IMDb proper, too, right?
Oh, maybe I'm on there, too.
Well, if you're not already, you will be after this.
Sweet. I looked at my IAFD, though, and it's like the most random scenes.
Well, your actual IMDb, you are known for Infernal Restraints, Hard Tide.
Oh, I knew this, actually.
Gangbang Cream Pie.
Yes.
And Time Bondage. Oh, Real Time Bondage. I like the title just Time Bondage better.
Real Time Bondage was insane.
See, I was thinking like Time Bondage, like Time Bandits. Like that would be better. That would be better.
If you ever feel like signing up for Real Time Bondage, you should really watch what I did for them. I drank a dog food smoothie. I also crossed one of my hard no's because I trust OT a lot. Like, and we like discussed it for like 2 days before it happened. And I had a full on meltdown and it was live.
What's the hard no, if you don't mind me asking?
Mummification and sensory deprivation mixed together. Also, like waterboarding, like anything to do with like extreme breath play really freaks me out. So like I had already been crying from getting caned on the bottom of my feet, which is actually my favorite. Bastonado is like my favorite. But I cried, and then I drank a dog food smoothie, and then I got waterboarded, and then I got mummified, and then I got all my senses taken away from me. And then at like the very end, I just completely broke. And it was like, it's actually like really cool because that he was like, we like built, I told him I was going to have an anxiety attack and it wasn't going to be good and blah, blah, blah. So we like had like checkpoints that like we had pre-discussed. And at a certain point, he took the Sense Dep headphones off of me and he was like, how you doing? Or like, are you having fun or something? And I straight up just said, I don't know. And you can hear the camera person say, she's done. The camera person spoke up for me when I couldn't because I was so done that I couldn't even say, like, we're done.
You're like, I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, like I had been crying and like not dry heaving, but like hyperventilating and crying and like having an actual panic attack for a while. But I was like, I kept pushing through it. Like I was pushing myself. And then when they finally said, are you having fun? And I was like, I don't know. You just hear the camera person say, she's done. And they just start unwrapping me on camera. And we still had like 45 minutes to go. And we had another scene to do that we had planned that was just like me and pile driver squirting all over my face because that would make me happy. And he was like, I'm not even going to do the stuff you like anymore. Like, you're done. And I just sat on camera and cried and explained to people the importance of like trust. Because like, that's why we did it. Because I knew the person doing it to me would like take care of me. But it's like actually really cool. And I watched it the other day because I have like, they give you a login to see your own stuff. And I like, it's been a while. Like it's been like a year and a half probably since I did that. And it's still one of like the most like crazy things that I've done, like as far as like my personal feelings about it. And I watched it the other day and I was like, this is sick. Like, this is awesome. Like I've never, like, it's like, I trust people to do a lot of stuff to my body, but I don't trust people to do stuff that I know freaks me out. Like I'll be like, piss on me, like choke me till I pass out, like do all this crazy stuff. And I was like, this one simple thing like mummification is like so hard for me. And it's like, it was a really cool moment to have someone I trusted to do it.
Is there any particular reason that triggers you so much, or?
I have no idea.
It's just irrational.
Yeah, it's just an irrational fear. Like I can't wear hoods because I like can't deal with sensory deprivation, and mummification is actually like extreme sensory dep. Like because you put vet rep around your entire body, you actually lose feeling, not from like loss of circulation, but because there's constant pressure on all of your body, you don't feel it anymore. And so I couldn't feel my whole body. I couldn't see and I couldn't hear. And then as soon as he tried to put his hand over my mouth, I finally like knowed out and I was like, and he like took his hand away and he like didn't freak me out. And he kind of like stroked on my body to like put me back in my body and give me some sort of sensory. And then that's when they took the headphones off and they said, "Are you having fun?" And I said, "I don't know." And they took me out and I was like, that is why I trusted you. And like, I don't even like make money off telling you this. Like if you go buy real-time bondage, like it does nothing for me, but it was just like such a cool experience. And like, there's maybe one or two other people in this world currently that like I could go to that place with. And so it's cool, like on a professional level, to find someone that professionally I could trust to take me that far.
Is there anyone you've been with, like in a real relationship, that you would trust to take you to that level?
I have someone who's like who was an unofficial partner of mine. I haven't seen them in a while. I'm actually seeing them soon. And I told them, I was like, you have full permission to do anything that you want to me ever, because I trust you enough that even if I don't say no, you know that it's done. So there's one person like currently and previously that definitely could go there. And then there's another person who I would trust with that stuff, but they weren't as into the lifestyle, but like they knew me well enough to that if they were, they could do it. But there's one person currently who knows that the second he walks into my door, I don't have to say yes or no. Like they can just do whatever, because even without verbal communication, they like know where the line is.
That's fucking awesome.
It's fun.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So I take it you're a lifestyle player in real life.
Yeah, I have been since the day I turned 18.
How'd you get into like exploring the lifestyle?
I was at this like grown-up party with some burners that I knew, like barely 18 years old. And like literally everyone was like wearing like turtlenecks. We were like drinking a little bit of wine and like eating cheese, you know?
Ooh la la, pinkies up.
Yeah, like real fancy grown-up party. And I was just like some trash child that was invited for some reason. And like, I think it's because they like saw me and they were like, "Oh, we know you're like secretly a freak, but we're not going to tell you we're freaks either. So like come to this wine and cheese party." And so I did. And like, I knew a couple of people there, and I didn't know the homeowner though. I had never been to that house, and I had to pee. And I went into the room and they were like, "Go this way and this way and this way," and then turn left. And I turned right because I was kind of drunk. And I was like, "Oh, this way." And I stumbled into a dungeon, and I just kind of stood there in awe for a while, like long enough for a homeowner to check on me. And he was like, "Oh, little girl, like, you're in the wrong room." And I was like, "I think I'm in the right room." I was like, "But where's the bathroom?" And he showed me where the bathroom was. And then I came back there and he's like, "Do you really like this?" Like, it was like beautiful. Like he had like toys everywhere and like a horse in the middle of the room. And I was like, "This looks really interesting." And he was like, "I'll give you a little taste tonight, but I also want to tell you that you're drunk and I refuse to introduce this to you when I don't know if you can advocate for yourself." Like, beautiful human who like taught me consent from day one. And like, I've never had a bad experience. And I literally attribute it to that man, because he was like, "Come back when you're sober," you know? And then like taught me, like we talked for like 2 hours, like drank a glass of, like one glass of champagne, talked for like 2 hours about my entire history. Cause he's like, "You're brand new. I'm not going to like set you off into something weird." And like now my like check-ins with people are like, "Hey, so like don't do this or this." And they're like, "Cool." But back then I didn't know how to do that. So he kind of like dug in my brain for a while. And then we played and he was like, "You're really into this. Like for a first timer, like you're a really heavy bottom." And I play with people that are like 55 years old and have been doing this for like 30 years, if not more, like 40 years. And they're just like, "You're one of the heaviest bottoms I've ever played with." Like, thank you. Like, but it was just like weird. Like it was just like really nice. Like he introduced it to me slowly, and he introduced like new things every time. And he was like the first person to put something in my butt. He just gave me a little like horse butt plug. He made me into a horse one night. And then like some nights he like left me chained up, and I like slept chained to the wall. Like really, and like my whole body would be black and blue. But like he never ever like disrespected me or like went past my like level of consent, and just like really walked me through it. And then when I started doing porn, the way I played had to change because I can't have bruises. But
Do you miss them?
yes. But my ability to like communicate and like actually know what I can handle came from that person like years ago. And it sucks because that person I was talking about that can do whatever they want to me is coming to see me. And there was going to be like, I had like one shoot or maybe two. And then now I have a shoot the day after he leaves. And I told him, I was like, I'm going to Spain right after so I can have bruises because it's not for work. And like, fuck those people in Spain. I don't even care if I look like shit. And I was like so excited. And then I just got booked for like the day after he leaves. And now I can't get beat up.
You should have just been like, I'm not available.
I never say what it is before until it happens. But like, I really want to say like it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Oh, okay. So it's like a toss up, like, bruises, things I want to do.
Yeah. And like, I'll just go visit him and have him kick my ass another day.
Fair enough. So where are you going in Spain? What are you doing in Spain?
I'm going to Malaga. This person that I've never met that I was supposed to hang out with, they're a tattoo artist from Ireland. They were guest spotting in Vegas, and I didn't hang out with them. I was out of town, actually. I was in Joshua Tree when he was in Vegas. My friend was like, oh, like one of the few friends that can actually do this to me. He was like, oh, you want the full Vegas experience? You have to hang out with my porn star friend. And I was like, stop calling me a porn star, but okay. And then he showed me his friend. I was like, oh, he's like cute and seems nice. And then I was out of town. I was like, dang it. And then like, it's almost been like a year. And he like randomly tagged me in something, and he was like, too bad that one tattooed girl wasn't in Vegas when I was there. Like it was like someone posted an old photo of him visiting, and like, too bad she wasn't in Vegas when I was here. And I like commented back, and I was like, I'm sorry, I was in Joshua Tree. And then like I followed him back, and we just started talking. And then he was like, oh yeah, I was like, what are you doing today? And he was like, oh, just booking my trip to Malaga. I'm just taking my shop to Malaga. And I was like, oh, sick. I was like, I wish I could go. And he was like, oh, there's still extra rooms. Like all you have to do is book your flight and you can come. And I was like, so you're going to think I'm crazy, but like, you need to tell me if you're serious. Because we've never met, but like I will like legit come to Malaga. Like you're friends with my friends. Like I trust you. You're nice. Like you're not like some random person inviting me somewhere.
You've been vetted.
Right. Like you're vetted. You're nice. I used to work in the tattoo community. So I know as soon as I talk to a tattooer, I know if I'm cool with them or not. Like I've been getting tattooed and working in the tattoo industry for years. And like I used to like run shops and like handle people guest spotting and like, you know, like I know how to talk to people, like stranger tattoo people on the internet, and like know if I want to be around them. And he was like, I like crazy people. And I just literally was like, can you send me the days that the Airbnb is booked? Like he just like booked a big house, and like at this point there's still extra rooms, and he's like a really nice person, and he's like, if you can buy your own flight, like come hang out with us. And he's just like posting it on Instagram, and like now it's like open invite. And I just like sent him my flights. I was like, can you tell me your flights so like maybe we can share a taxi so I don't get lost? And he's like, yeah. And so I just land and leave around the same time as him. And I'm like really excited. I haven't hung out with like a house full of tattooers in a couple years.
That's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, but that's just how I work. Like that's how I went to Bali too. Like I went to visit some of my friends that are in a band, and like so another girl was visiting also, and she was like blah blah blah. Like she posted on Instagram that she was going to Bali, and I was like, with who? Is this private invite? And she was like, no, it's not. And just like gave me the person's contact info, and I was like, I'm coming. And she was like, we'd love to have you. Like if I know you and I trust you, like, and you're like, hey, do you want to go to, I'm trying to think somewhere I haven't been, Amsterdam? I'd be like, okay, let's go.
Amsterdam's meh.
I have a layover in Amsterdam.
The airport's not too far from the canals, like via train.
Okay. So like if it's long enough, I could go like on one excursion.
Yeah. I've been to Amsterdam. I thought it was just okay.
I feel like places that are hyped up to be like that are like not as great.
Well, here's my beef with Amsterdam. I have a couple. First and foremost, the food is just okay.
That's a big no.
Right.
I hate it's funny to put these in the same sentence. I hate Paris and Oklahoma City because the food sucks in both places. Anyways, continue your story.
I had better food in Paris than I did in Amsterdam.
That's saying a lot.
I mean, but I also immediately like went for escargot and shit like that in Paris. I went for Parisian food.
I hated all of the food in Paris. I've been twice. I've given it 2 chances. I will probably never go back, except to go to the Louvre because I like art. But like,
oh, look at you, all fancy. Ooh la la.
No, literally, my mom was like, my mom and like several people I've talked to have been like, most people can't even say they hate Paris from experience. Like, calm down. And I'm like, I still hate Paris.
To be fair, I was only there for 14 hours on a layover to Cape Town. So.
Okay, so you probably just like hit the one good restaurant. Like it's terrible. Like,
well, I also have an affinity for like sitting in European cafes, smoking a cigar, and like just drinking and eating whatever they give me.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
I got a Caesar salad and it made me sick, and the chicken was really weird. Last time I was there, like sandwiches are chill.
It's hard to fuck up sandwiches.
Crepes are chill. And like the pizza they have there is like American pizza.
Why would you eat pizza in Paris?
Because all the other food sucks.
All right. So Amsterdam wise, they have savory pancakes. Those are rad. Those are rad.
I wonder if it's like palatine from my family.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wait, is it like crepes?
Yeah, it's like a thin, but it has.
Okay, we call it palatine. They might call it something similar.
They just call it pancakes.
Oh, they call it pancakes. Okay.
Yeah. But they're savory pancakes, like they're crepe thin with like sausage and they're fucking rad. Like sausage and cheese.
I think I'm beating you.
Oh shit. Can't have that shit.
Look at this. Pro. That one actually hurt my nail.
Other than that, a lot of the food was garbage.
Is it like, I like German food. Is it like adjacent?
No, German food's rad.
It's not adjacent. I feel like for some reason, every time I've seen food from Amsterdam, it looks like it might be similar to German food.
Okay, the first meal I had in Amsterdam was all you can eat ribs. Exactly.
For people only listening, I just made the most confused face.
Exactly. I was super confused because I was trashed when I got off the plane, and then that bar has all you can eat ribs. This is happening.
Do you want to hear the worst trashed airplane story?
I may have you beat, but I'd love to hear it.
Oh my God, let's hear yours first.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of which one I want to go with because I got cut off.
Oh, mine is like clear as day. So now I'm confused. Like, how many bad airplane trips have you had?
Well, we don't know each other. So in 2014 alone, I flew 149,000 miles.
Damn.
And I drink a lot.
Well, like free booze. Have you been cut off?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
I got cut off on a flight back from Tokyo that had free alcohol.
I got cut off from Sydney. But they told me they actually gave us a time when we could start ordering booze again. Because it was such a long flight that she was like, listen, in 4 hours, I'll serve you again. And I was like, counting the minutes.
I was lucky enough on the way to Sydney that I was in business class, and they don't cut you off there.
Okay, I need to hear your story so I can tell you mine. And
oh, no, if you got cut off in business class, go ahead. You get to go.
I wasn't in business. Okay, so first of all, I had already flown from Bali to Sydney and drank a little bit on that flight. I like don't ever take pills, but somebody was like, try a Xanax so that you can like sleep on the plane. I took an eighth of a Xanax because that's how afraid of pills I am. I broke off the tiniest little piece and ate it, which they were like, that's where you fucked up because you felt the effects of it and it didn't knock you out. And I was like, oh shit. Like, I'm not an experienced, I don't do I drink White Claw. That's about as crazy as I get. I don't drink hard alcohol, nothing. Like, and so like me taking an eighth of a Xanax was like a big deal. And so I took that, and then I had maybe one drink on the way to Sydney. And then I took a nap at the Sydney airport. And then I got on my flight, started ordering Prosecco because that's all I drink when I fly.
Ooh la la.
Prosecco is free as shit. So, and also bubbly alcohol hits you faster. It's not as strong, but it actually hits you faster than.
Well, yeah, the carbonation.
The carbonation stimulates, what is it? The
something in your stomach.
Villi or whatever the fuck it's called in your stomach, and it actually hits you faster.
Do I look like a scientist? I know this, but I don't know why.
So it absorbs in your stomach instead of your intestines. So I'm like drinking Prosecco the whole time, which is actually safer. Like drinking carbonated beverages allows you to know how drunk you are instead of waiting for like you have 3 shots and then you're like blackout. You know what I mean? Like I prefer. Anyways, so started drinking on my flight from Sydney. Started doing the bridesmaids sketch where she like tries to go up to her friends in business and first class. I started doing that shit because I fly Delta, right? But apparently
high five, me too.
Apparently when I booked my flights, I booked them through Virgin Australia, and so I couldn't upgrade. I was trying to upgrade. I was like, I will give you $5,000. Like, please, I'm 6'3". Like, don't do this to me. They wouldn't let me upgrade, so I was stuck. So I was stuck in the back, so I kept sneaking up to the front on Xanax and drunk and just like sat down in a business class seat. And the dude was like, oh, is this your seat? And I was like, oh, yeah, I was just like hanging out in the back for a while, but like, this is my seat. And then the person came back from the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
And I just stood up and I was like, oops, sorry, I guess I sat in the wrong seat. And like went back to the back of the plane. And then I did it again. Like I did it a few times. Long story short, I sucked someone's dick in the bathroom. And then
did you know the person beforehand?
No.
High five. You win. I've never sucked a dick in a bathroom.
He let me record it for Snapchat too. And then came back and then had my friend join us. She actually came to the poor kid side of the plane because I could not get away with joining her up front. And then we were like 5 to a row of 3. Like we were just like, I made friends with a bunch of Australians. And then we were ordering shots, which I just said I don't take, but like Xanax apparently made me think that I drink hard alcohol. So I was taking shots of vodka. And then I remember my friend was like holding a bottle of the little airplane bottle of vodka. And I was like, give it to me. And she was like, absolutely not. And then the flight attendant came by and she was just like, I was like, can we get more vodka? She won't give it to me. The flight attendant was like, neither will I. You guys are cut off for the next 6 hours, which the flight is so long that I don't remember, but we got more booze, I'm pretty sure. And then I don't remember going through customs. Oh, this is the best part. Then I'm like, okay, I'm free of the Australians. We landed in LAX and I was like, I'm good. And then I find my gate somehow. I bought the $200 thing to like skip all the lines.
Global entry?
Something like that. And they helped me find my gate. So I was like, I need help. And then I show up and there's a bar right next to my gate and all the Australians. I was like, great. You guys going to Vegas? And I was like, yeah. They were like, yeah. And then they bought me a drink. And then I was like, where are you sitting? I magically had a seat in their row.
Meant to fucking be.
All I know is I called my best friend who doesn't drink at all. And I was like, I landed because he was like, do you need a ride home? And I was like, no, I'm good. I'll just take an Uber. And then I called him and I was like, you have to save me now. And he showed up and I just like threw my arms out and I was like, hey. And he was like, oh my God, I've never seen you drunk. And I was like, I've been awake for 32 hours. I'm also on Xanax and blackout drunk. And he was like, let me get you out. I have no idea how I got to Vegas. Anyways, what's your Amsterdam I think I beat you.
No, you win. Once again, at the point where you're sucking random people's dicks in a bathroom, you win.
It also didn't even get hard, which is the best part. Like, he was so fucked up that his dick couldn't get hard.
And he allowed it for Snapchat and couldn't get his dick hard. That's the fucking worst. Like, I'm a civilian, dude. This is crazy. Oh, look. It's documented for thousands of people. I couldn't get it up.
I pulled my tits out in the seats on the plane where everyone could see them and had two different dudes sucking my tits.
These things happen.
I'm never taking Xanax ever again. This is why I don't take drugs.
I think both I and my audience disagree that you should.
Like, take Xanax and pull
Just
your tits
only
out
an
and
eighth.
suck everyone's dick.
Only an eighth of it. Don't fall asleep. Pretend like Freddy Krueger will get you in your dreams. Don't fall asleep.
Oh my God. I had a cat named Freddy Cougar, because it's a cat, because I'm smart. But I'm also like, sometimes I can't fall asleep because I think about Freddy Krueger trying to kill me. But I want to hear your airplane story.
I got nothing. Like, I just got fucking. I'm going to the UK 2014. I mean, I just got really fucking drunk. I mean, really fucking drunk. Like, after that, it's just, this is such like fucking
It's
Mickey
so
Mouse
boring.
bullshit. It's so Mickey Mouse bullshit.
I'm pretty sure too that they definitely saw me take my tits out and saw me like go in the bathroom with a dude, and they were just like, we're not even going to address this. We're just going to cut her off and tell her to like sleep because we just don't even know how to deal with this.
She's living her best life.
But I seriously think that like I could have gotten in a lot of trouble and they figured it was better to just cut me off and hope I fell asleep.
I agree. That,
I'm like, there's no way that no employee saw any of that.
right?
Yeah.
Right? There's no way.
I'm like, I was just being so wild that they were just like, do I want to have drama on this plane or do I just want to tell her that she can't have any more booze?
Which is still a gamble because you could have gotten fucking belligerent that you were being cut off.
No, I mean,
You could have. They don't know.
yeah, like I feel like I'm like grown up enough to be like, oh, okay.
But they don't know you.
Right. Yeah. And I look kind of scary.
Eh.
But I'm the kind of person when you're like, hey, Rock, like, you're done. I'll be like, oh, okay. You know, like, I'm not like, no, I'm not. Listen.
I've been that guy a couple times.
I was when I was like 17.
I've been that guy a couple times in recent memory.
It's okay. I don't judge.
I don't care if
judge
you do.
At all. I just like,
I don't lose sleep over other people's judgment.
yeah, neither do I, clearly. But I'm just like, yeah, normally when people are like, hey, you're done, I'm like, oh, thank you.
Like, you know what's best for me.
I'm so glad you're here to tell me that.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah. I should have gone first because then your story would have been so much more epic in comparison. Instead
Yes, I'm curious to see what happens on my flight to Spain.
yeah.
I'm going to try to be good because I've never met the dude before.
He's not on the flight with you.
Yeah, we're like we've been internet friends for a while, and I'm going to meet him at the airport. So I don't want to show up and just be like, oh, I just sucked a dick and I'm blackout drunk.
Hey, I didn't suck a dick on the way to Spain, but I was definitely blackout drunk when I landed
Where
there.
did you go?
Madrid.
Okay. I want to go to Barcelona and Madrid really bad, but I think it's kind of cool that I'm going to a place called Malaga that like no one knows about.
Well, if you want to be my +1 to my friend's anniversary next year, I'm going back to Spain.
Take me. Okay. Did I tell you that I buy flights when people tell me to?
Yeah, you mentioned that on there.
I will go with you.
And so that's how I travel a lot of times is like, I just go, I'm going here. Who wants to come with?
Okay. Let's be like better friends than we were before.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because I have had some, every time I've had a good trip, but I've definitely like some friends I'm not travel compatible with.
I'm such a good traveler. Like I straight up will like, all right, let's go. I'll also like wake up early, but if you sleep, I'll just like wait for you to sleep. If you wake up early, I'll be like, what do you want to do today? And like the only time that I can like get real drunk every night and still get up the next day and go on adventures is when I'm in a different country. For some reason, my brain is just like,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm right there with you. But the two friends that I don't want to travel with anymore, one of which I love them to death. He was actually just on the show, like the episode I dropped yesterday. I love him to death. He's still a really good friend of mine. We're just not travel compatible.
Yeah.
Because he was getting passive aggressive about things, and when he would decide he was up, he would just turn on the lights in the morning.
No.
And
like, I'll let you sleep or like find a cafe.
Right. Just be an adult about it. It's cool.
Yeah. But I'll also like go anywhere you say you want to as soon as you say you want to. But
That's right.
I think that's like from a life of like traveling and like hanging out. Also like hanging out with like bands and like being on tour with bands. Like you just learn to be like, okay, because not my band. I'm a guest on your bus. You say it's wake up time. It's wake up time. You say it's still sleep time, but I'm awake. I'll go find Starbucks. Like just learn the etiquette.
Definitely. And I'm also one of these people, like the people I travel with, we very clearly mentioned everyone's like, you're adults. If someone wants to do something that the rest of the people don't want to do, go do it. No one's going to be hurt that you didn't involve them.
But don't like fuck with like if you know what I mean? Like if I want to go do something, if I want to go out till 5 a.m. and you go to sleep, I'm not going to come back to the room and be like,
exactly.
Like,
just be courteous.
Holy shit, I was out till 5 a.m. Better be quiet and not wake Matt up.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. The other friend I won't travel with is the friend that went with me to Paris and South Africa. And he may be better now, but that was his first trip out of the country.
Oh.
And South Africa is a wild place to go to as your first place out of the U.S.
Yeah. I haven't been there yet. I want to go to Cape Town really bad.
That's where we went.
Oh my God.
Cape Town's, I enjoyed myself there, but I also don't know if it was worth the fucking commute to go down.
Really?
Because it was LA to New York. I spent a day in New York.
Okay.
Which I love doing. New York to Paris, 14 hours in Paris. 12-hour flight from Paris to Johannesburg, 2-hour layover in Johannesburg, then to Cape Town.
Oh my God. It just looks like, I mean, I grew up in San Diego, so like it looks cool. Like it looks like San Diego people friendly. Like it's like a chill beach town from what I could see.
Parts of it are, but also the disparity between rich and poor is crazy.
Oh, it's like.
Yeah, it's worse than LA.
Down.
It's worse than LA on the disparity between rich and poor. Like homeless down there hear American accents and they will follow you for blocks.
Oh my God. That's really sad.
Oh, it was super sad. It was like,
yeah.
But it was also really weird just being an American down there because it was like being a VIP. There were clubs and bars that had lines that the bouncer would hear an American accent and be like, come on in.
Oh my God.
Because
they know that
we have money.
You'll throw money at the bar.
Right. Well, when I was down there, it was like 13.5 Rand to the dollar. And the average price of a beer was 23 Rand.
Wow. So it's like $1.50 for a beer.
Right.
Jeez.
So it's just like, oh, you're Americans that came all the way the fuck down here. You have money.
Yeah, yeah.
So whatever you want.
I want to go there so bad, but that sucks. I'm like bummed because like Malaga is like in the south of Spain, and like it would be so easy. Like it is one of my dreams to go to the pyramids in Giza.
Nice.
Like I went to White Claw's ruining my brain.
Or helping it.
What are the Mayan pyramids in
Machu Picchu?
No.
Yeah.
No, not the ones. Machu Picchu is in South America.
Oh, you're talking about like in Mexico?
The Mexican ones.
Oh, well, then I'm wrong. Whoops.
Chichen Itza.
Okay. I'll take your word for that.
It's real hard to say after you've had a few drinks. Chichen Itza. Say it.
Chichen Itza?
Okay, that's not fair. I always go like Chichen Itza. I also just can't say that sound very good. But I went to Chichen Itza and it like I like wanted to cry. Like it was like amazing. And that's like nothing near the pyramids of Giza. And I really want to go there so bad. And Malaga is way like people are like, it's not that close. And I'm like, okay, compared to the west coast of the United States, the south of Spain is real close.
You got to go to fucking Gibraltar while you're there.
Well, so I think I'm just going to do a separate trip to Africa because now I was going to go to Spain and then I was going to go to Portugal, but even that is canceled. So I'm just in Spain for a week.
Well,
for my
when we go
birthday.
next year, we're starting in Lisbon. So
Okay. Perfect.
it's my buddy's 5-year anniversary. He got married in Spain 5 years ago.
Okay.
That was the last time I was there. That's why I was there. So they're like, we're doing a 5-year anniversary party. So you're my +1.
Okay. I'll go. I'm like, for real, like, I'm going to hold you to it.
Cool. It's,
Okay.
it's in May. So
Perfect. But yeah, like I wanted to go to Spain, from Spain to North Africa, and I can't because now I'm going. This is crazy. So I get home from Spain, then I have a day off to go to my work Christmas party because I PA and do camera for a company, and he has a Christmas party every year. It's like a really good Christmas party. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to that. So I literally am home for 30 hours to go to this Christmas party, and then I get on another flight to Toronto,
nice.
which is cool, but I also don't get to go to Egypt.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah. I'll just go another time.
Exactly. It'll still be there.
I'll just like work for 6 more months and then convince myself I can afford to take some time off.
You got to do it.
I have to. Like,
You don't understand. Like, one of my things is like I try to do at least one international trip a year.
this will be my 3rd international trip this year, which is sick.
Well, I don't make dick sucking money.
I mean, like, one of them was only Mexico, and I was in Nashville. So, like, Nashville to Cancun is like $300 round trip. Like,
It's nothing.
It's not bougie, but it's still international, so I can claim it.
Hey, in 2016, because up until 2016, it was 2 international trips a year was the goal. I had to cheat, and I went to Tijuana for the second one. I'm like, I went to Tokyo and
Drove on down.
Yeah, I did a day trip to Tijuana. It was Tokyo and Tijuana were
You're
my
like,
2.
listen, I made my goal, right?
Yeah. And then 2017, it just went out the window. Actually, no, I still went to 2 places in 2017. I went to Havana, Amsterdam, Finland, and Germany. So,
See, I want to do that. Like, I wish that I could. I seriously think I would save money if I just did everything I wanted to do at once. But I'm always like, no, I have to go back home and work. And it's like, bitch, if you stop going back home to work and just did a 2-week trip instead of a 4-day trip, you could get it all done.
oh yeah,
It's so much cheaper once you're actually away from America.
yeah. Because when I did the Amsterdam trip, we were basically home based in Amsterdam. We bounced over to Munich for Oktoberfest for 72 hours.
I want to go to Germany.
Oh, Munich was rad. There's pictures of me in Lederhosen.
I really want to go to like Prague and Berlin also.
Well, Prague, they'll book you.
I know. I'm trying.
They'll make that shit happen.
I'm trying. I'm like in contact with a few people. Just like Prague wants to put 3 dicks in my butt at the same time. And so I'm like, okay, let's keep waiting.
Free trip, 3 dicks.
At the same time.
Not my asshole.
Okay, but like put 1 in your butt and then tell me if you can fit 3.
Hard pass.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not against it, but I just like want to make sure. Like if someone was like, can we put 2 dicks in your butt at the same time? I would want to be like very confident. If they're flying me all the way to Prague and then I can't do it.
Sounds like they're lost. They made the deal. I would rather do that than find out that, oh no, I definitely can't do this. And then the offer's rescinded. You're already there.
True.
You're already there at that point. Like, so long, suckers.
I'm just going to keep practicing putting bigger stuff in my butt so that I can just go there and be a superstar.
Well, that's ideal. But
Not like an actual superstar, but just like in their eyes, like, oh, she actually did it. Like, I wonder how many girls fly out for LP and then just like can't actually put stuff in their butt.
I don't know. I don't know what their failure rate is.
If I ever make it there, I'll be like, how many girls actually do DAP once they get here?
Do they have a wall of shame?
Oh my God. I think you might have just come up with the best idea for them ever.
A legal porno wall of shame.
I'll be like, hey, hire me. I will curate your wall of shame. I'll make sure it's the worst photo. Like, of them just like crying and apologizing.
Full on raccoon
like,
eyes.
As they're telling the director, like, I'm so sorry, I thought I could do it. I'll just run and be like, click.
Smile.
No, don't smile. Keep crying.
Oh no, it's the shocked look when you yell smile at them. You're not waiting for them to smile. You're like, smile what?
Dude, when I did I did a DP for legal porno. It was in America though. It's for American Anal, and I was like nervous. Like, okay, so Charlie Mack was there, and like his thing is it's thick. I'm like trying to censor myself. Okay,
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
his dick's real thick.
Why would you try to censor yourself?
I don't know because people have told me that I can't say fuck before.
Well, those people are un-American.
Can I say cunt?
You can. You can even say it with a charming British accent if you want.
You first.
You fucking cunt.
Oh, cunt.
See?
I needed an example.
Piss off.
Piss off. Don't they do the peace sign?
Yeah, you know what the history of that is, right?
What, making girls squirt?
No, so back in
This is a squirt motion.
it is. But in the olden times, when the French would capture British archers, they would cut off those fingers. Okay.
I was actually just checking it.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I
were
just
talking to me.
happened to be looking at you.
I thought you were talking to me like, yeah, I'm a head motherfucker. And you are. Like,
I am. Let me see. Ooh.
not far ahead.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
So
Explain cunt
these
to
are
me.
these are the fingers you use to draw a bow. So
Wait,
they
I'm left-handed. Well, I'm like, why does this feel so weird? Because I'm left-handed.
so they would cut off these two fingers when they capture British archers. So
So they couldn't fuck people up anymore?
right. So their fuck you to the French was like, look, I still have these fingers.
What would they cut off of me?
I don't know. I mean, a woman in a medieval battlefield, probably a lot.
But I'm just like, sometimes I think of stuff to say and it's really dumb, and then I just don't say it.
Aw, you're supposed to say it so I can record it.
My power is in my pussy, and you can't cut that off.
Well, I mean, there is female circumcision.
Yeah, they just cut off my clit. I still get off internally. You can't take that away.
I mean, I'm sure we could. Through science.
Science.
Can you chemically castrate a woman?
Like,
Well, 'cause-
stop their pussy from feeling stuff?
Yeah, because I mean, they chemically castrate dudes so they can't get an erection.
Are we going to get back to antifreeze again?
Just antifreeze right up in your
Antifreeze
pussy.
douche? Oh my God. I was in a Christmas movie. I don't even know if it stayed in the movie,
Whoa, that is a weird Christmas movie.
but they talked about Windex douches. It was like fake. It was very fake. It was like the crazy aunt was like, "Oh, you're pregnant? Just use this Windex douche."
Why would you do that when stairs and
The
gravity?
abortion.
Stairs and gravity are readily available.
I feel like I would much rather. I enjoy getting pushed downstairs. So like, if we ever don't want to have a baby, like if you get me pregnant in Spain, I'm just
Okay.
gonna make all your listeners be like, "Oh my God."
All right.
But if I get pregnant in Spain from you or for someone else or from the trip that I'm going on soon or even
You don't know who in Spain.
just like I feel
Some
like
dude.
getting pregnant in Spain is the story now. So like if I won't, no, I will not get pregnant.
Well, not for long.
But I would really enjoy you pushing me down the stairs.
I can do that for you. I think we're at that level of friendship. I can push you down a flight of stairs.
How many of your listeners do you think I've pissed off? I've talked about like suicide and murder and abortion now.
Oh.
Like basically like killing people is like fully acceptable.
My listeners, if this is what they get almost weekly.
The only part about American Psycho that fucked me up is when he hallucinated killing the kitten. I'm just saying. Like fucking murder everyone and wear your raincoat and be like sexy as fuck because you're Christian Bale. But like, don't kill a kitten.
But the ATM told them to.
I know it's feed me kittens, but also, okay, I have a question for you. I have two questions for you.
I pull out.
What's the other answer? It's yes or no.
Yes.
So you want another White Claw?
Okay.
Okay. I actually have a real question for you, though, and I'm going to ask it.
Oh, God. I'm afraid of what this real question is going to be.
So good.
Don't talk off mic.
Sorry.
For the audio audience, she responded with, sorry, off mic.
I figured maybe it would hear me like muffling something, and
Well,
then you would just not transcribe because it's audio. Translate
I did.
for me.
I did. I
Okay,
did that
so
for you.
this is my question.
Oh, God.
You've seen American Psycho.
Never.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Christian Bale.
Who?
You're fucking with me.
I may have directly mentioned Feed Me a Stray Cat like 30 seconds ago. I think I just broke Rocky.
I just like short circuited like really bad.
Like, wait.
I don't feel dumb often, and I do right now.
Don't worry.
I'm also really excited for my straight edge friend to pick me up after I've had 5 White Claws.
And then we're going to a strip club.
We are for oil wrestling.
For oil
Okay,
wrestling.
so this is my question to you. This is very serious. Are you ready to pay attention to my question?
I am.
Is he crazy or did he kill the people?
Ooh.
We're about to fight.
I think he killed the people.
Can you type?
I can.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're like the first person. I'm sorry, this podcast is going really long, but like we need to talk about this.
No, we're
you're
actually right at 2 hours. So
you're the first person to ever say that he actually killed the people. And I 100% agree with you. The only thing that I refuse to believe is that he did not try to stuff a kitten in the ATM. Thank you. So this is my theory is he actually killed all the people, but because he's a bigwig, rich white man, I seriously feel like this is like a political statement where they're like, okay, he like is like a big deal and he's like handsome and he's white and he's like 30 and that's like the ideal man. And so everyone refuses to believe that he killed anyone. And you're literally the only person to ever say that you think he actually killed everyone. And everyone's covering up for him because they're like, oh, there's no way. Like,
well, I think it says symbolism wise that rich white Americans can do whatever they want.
yeah, exactly. And like, I don't really get into politics stuff a lot, but I've had this theory for like literally 10 years. Like since the first time I ever watched this movie, I was like, oh, he actually killed everyone. And his lawyer is like, ha ha ha, no, you didn't. Even though his lawyer actually knows that he killed everyone and he's just playing dumb to help him cover it up because he's like, oh, if I convince this guy who's ready to admit it that he's just crazy. And then like the look the lady gives him in Homie's apartment when he's like trying to like find the traces of everything. And she's just like, oh no, nothing happened. Like everyone is just like, no, stop asking questions. You didn't kill anyone. Stop feeling guilty. You're just crazy. And I feel like they're trying to convince him that he's a psychopath when like he is, but like they're trying to convince him that he didn't kill
did you lock my
anybody.
door? No, okay, good.
Hi, Crow.
You're actually still doing the podcast.
Yes, well, sort of.
I'm the douche.
Hi.
So for the
Crow
audience,
called him a douche, and I think I agree. Boy, I got a kiss.
I mean, he can get a kiss too, but I don't want
yeah. This is things I have to clean up and post now. So for the audio audience, Crow 13 is just shown up for we're about to go off to Glam Slam.
I was talking about Crow today, and I said about I told somebody that when he does magic, I cuss him out because it makes me angry.
Mike, don't say things off Crow.
Huh?
Crow, don't say things off Mike. I almost said, Mike, don't say things off Crow.
Mike, don't say things off Crow.
For the record, though, if you think you're the only one who does that, I love you.
I don't. I know everyone hates you, and I know they all cuss you out.
I do not hate Crow or cuss him out.
We just use magic as the excuse. This is how the podcast is ending. It's just me talking shit on my friend.
Exactly. Well, we actually were. My call time for Glam Slam is in 4 minutes, so we probably should wrap this.
We should go.
Rocky, it was an absolute fucking pleasure.
You're great.
I look forward to not impregnating you in Spain.
Yes. Push me downstairs.
It's gonna happen. It may happen after this. I just get a test
for
run.
fun.
A test run in. Real quick, can you record that you consent to that so I could?
I consent to Matt pushing me downstairs as long as I don't die.
Awesome.
If I die, arrest him.
I know CPR. She's not dying. Rocky, where can they find you on social media?
Instagram is that one tattooed girl, all spelled out, no numbers. Instagram is Rocky Emerson XXX, and then you'll find all the other things you might want.
Yeah, footage of her going downstairs,
Me getting peed on.
mostly stair footage.
Mostly stairs. Like me and Matt are tight now, and I'm just gonna go down a bunch of stairs.
I live on the 5th floor. It's going to be a lot of stairs.
Yes, please.
All right. And as always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drink on Twitter, and Now We Drink _ on Instagram. And until next week, drink up, motherfuckers. Hopefully I'm not in jail.
Cheers.
And hopefully Rocky's still alive.